Hello everyone, I'm Luquitas Montes and today I'm going to read another chapter of this book. As you know, the name of this chapter is Officially Dead, written by Richard Prescott. And the last chapter we read was the chapter 5, The Accident. As you can remember, in that chapter, this man, that the name was Colin, had an accident with his car while he was going to the hotel. And Mark was a man that found him. And Colin is dead now. And the Bentleys are doing the robbery, I think. So let's read the chapter 5. No, the chapter 6 today. The news. Let's go to that chapter 4, 5. Here's the accident with the car. Mark is this man, and the driver of the truck that helped this man calling the 911. Chapter 6. Let's go direct to this. The news. While her husband was dying on an ice road in Oxfordshire, Julie Fenton was in her comfortable home in the city of Bath. She was sitting in the living room with a magazine in her hands. Music was playing quietly on the stereo. Listening to music was Julie's way of relaxing. She had tried to interest Colin in classical music, but Colin always preferred blues and jazz. Julie wasn't reading the magazine she was holding, and this evening the music didn't help her relax. She was worrying about the technical problem that she had been having with this new software for Shackmans, and she was angry with her husband. Colin had said that he would phone her from his hotel in Manchester. It was typical of him that he'd forgotten. No doubt, when he came home again in a few days' time, he'll have a good excuse for not phoning. He usually had good excuses. At 7:30, Julie yawned and put her magazine down. She looked at the phone, hoping it would ring, but it didn't. She switched off the stereo and went to bed. In Brentwood, Linda and John Bentley were getting nervous. They sat quietly, listening to the sound of the kitchen clock ticking. John had everything ready for the robbery. He was wearing black clothes, and in his jacket pocket was a gun. On the chair next to him, there was a sport bag with some equipment inside. Suddenly, he stood up and started to walk nervously round the room. What happened? Why hasn't Fenton phoned? He said. Don't worry. He's been delayed, that's all, Linda said. John sat down again. He looked at the clock. It was now almost midnight. The agreed time for Colin's phone call had been 11:30. Soon it would be time for them to leave for Sandwell. They heard a car stop outside the house. John lifted a curtain and looked through the window into the dark street. Immediately, he let the curtain fall again and stood back from the window. It's the police, he said. What's that guy done, Linda? What's his name? Has he told the police about our plan? Go upstairs, Linda said. Keep out of the way. We've done nothing wrong. There is nothing to worry about. John grabbed his sport bag and ran upstairs. He didn't. He hid it. He hid in the bedroom at the back of the house. A moment later, the doorbell rang. Linda went to the front door and opened it. Two police officers were standing in the doorway. One of the officers was a woman. Mr. Bentley? The policewoman say. Yes, we are very sorry to disturb you at this time of night. But the policewoman was silent for a moment. I'm sorry, she went on. Might we come in? Yes, of course. They went into the living room and sat down. It's about your husband, Mr. Bentley. The policewoman said, I'm afraid he's had an accident. Linda opened her mouth, but no words came out. The policewoman touched her hand. I'm very sorry, Mr. Bentley, the policewoman said, but your husband died early this evening. His car crashed on an ice road near Thame in Oxfordshire. Here's Linda with the police officer. He died early this evening. Linda looked down at the floor. This was terrible news. She'd never imagined that this could happen. She heard the policewoman say, I'm afraid you'll have to identify your husband's body. Yes, of course, Linda said, looking up at last. A police car will collect you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. When the police had gone, John came downstairs. Linda was in the kitchen making tea. She poured the boiling water into the pot. John stood in the doorway. Well, he said, what did they want? It's Colin, she said. He's had a car accident. He's dead. What did you tell the police? John asked. Nothing, Linda said. What could I tell them? What happened now? John asked. Be quiet. I must think, Linda replied. A few minutes later, Linda was calm again. She poured the tea into 2 mugs and put them on the table. She sat down next to her husband. Everything's changed now, John, she said, but it's good. Everyone will think you're dead, not Colin Fenton. We've got to make sure that they go on thinking that. We can't do that, John said. The police will find out. And what about Fenton's wife? She'll soon start looking for him. But she won't find him, will she? Linda said. There will be a funeral in this area for someone called John Bentley. Why would anybody connect that with the disappearance from Bath of a man called Fenton? What about me? You will have to stay hidden for a while, Linda replied. Then, when the funeral is over and everything is quiet again, you will do the robbery just as we planned. After that, we'll get away to Spain. It will be all right. You will see. They drank their tea in silence. Then Linda said, tomorrow I'm going to be busy. The police are coming to collect me at 10 o'clock. I've got to go to Oxford to identify your body. All you have to do is keep quiet in here. You will have to stay in the back bedroom, with the curtains closed. If anyone sees or hears you, we are finished. Is that clear? This is madness, John said. Just do as I say, John, and everything will be alright, Linda said again. And that is how the chapter 6 ends. Okay. Really interesting. I think that Linda is really crazy. And John is going to reveal what is happening, what the truth is. But let's see what happened in the next chapter. See you.